With the
People
Delta
who
variant
live in
circulating
Canada.
and cases rising,
Listen
the
up.
pressure is on to vaccinate. And the list of companies choosing to mandate vaccines for staff seems to be growing every day, raising concerns and questions about workers' rights. Employment lawyer Lior Samfiru joins us now for another segment of Work What's Next. Good morning, Lior. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Candace.
So we have the MLSE, the TTC, and even some banks, just to name a few, coming out with vaccine mandates. Some would say even ultimatums for staff. It kind of feels like we're in uncharted waters here when it comes to vaccine mandating in the workplace, and with these workplaces figuring things out as they go. Are you concerned by all of this?
Well, I think a lot of these employers that are doing this, you mentioned just a few, are under the assumption that this is legal, that this is something that they can do. But there are some significant concerns with the legality of imposing vaccines. In most cases, for private enterprises, it's still not legal. It could be a human rights violation to impose a vaccine. And a lot of these employers are potentially doing it simply thinking, well, we're going to do it regardless of the legal liability. But there is that liability. Another liability that these employers will have is if they do let employees go because they did not get vaccinated, they'll have to pay them severance, potentially as much as 2 years' pay. And I don't think that's something these businesses are taking into account and consideration. So it's not as simple as simply saying, we've decided to vaccinate everyone and you have to be vaccinated in order to work here.
So the TTC union, representing about 12,000 of TTC staff, was pretty swift in coming out and saying that they would fight these mandates, requiring vaccines, rather. Do they have a leg to stand on? Is this something unions can fight and win?
I do believe that they can, and I think that the likelihood of succeeding is actually quite good. It is potentially a human rights violation to require a medical procedure and also to distinguish as between people with COVID and without COVID. So I think the union